Yo, what's going on everybody? Now in the last 7 days, I received some of the most criticism I ever received on this website off of my previous video. A lot of people didn't like how I was trashing Horikoshi because of the possibility of him making the invisible girl the traitor. They pretty much was saying that I was insulting the dude, which is far from the case. I have never once insulted Horikoshi the man or person. I have only been shitting on his writing skills. So for all you idiots out there who really think I'm insulting Horikoshi as a person, I just have to ask you guys to do a couple of things. 1, stop being emotional losers, and 2, go outside and touch some grass. Like, I would never understand the mindset of you sensitive losers. Y'all motherfuckers will come on the internet where there's billions of people with access and get offended by shit. Like, y'all do realize what the internet is, right? Y'all are dead ass out here getting mad at an IP address. Also, before I get into the spoilers, I want to address the people who are telling me to delete my previous video since the real UA Traitor was revealed. To you people who told me to delete my previous video, I got a question for you. Are you also telling the other people who made videos saying that the invisible girl was the traitor to delete their videos as well? Because I could have sworn I wasn't the only person who made a video on that chapter. Or is you only telling me to delete my video because I'm criticizing it? Because if that's the case, then you motherfuckers are hypocrites. It's perfectly fine when someone covers a chapter and gets shit wrong as long as they're praising it, but if it's someone like me who covers a chapter and criticizes it, nah, you're a clown. Take down the video, bozo. You're wrong. Keep in mind that in the video, I didn't once say I knew the invisible girl was the traitor all along. I was more so criticizing Horikoshi for picking the most obvious character as well as not making it impactful because of how irrelevant her character was. I'm on record saying that I think Horikoshi should have just dropped the whole traitor storyline. And if there was a traitor, it would be Aoyama, because Horikoshi literally told us when he showed us the picture of Aoyama sitting in the chair with the evil eyeball looking at him at the art exhibit. You don't believe me? Here's the clip. Us as My Hero Academia fans, we've been wanting to know who the UA traitor was for a minute now, but the story kept going on and on and on. So all in all, I just want to say, for the people who's telling me to take down my previous video because I was wrong, or because I was a clown, or I was offensive to Horikoshi and this and that and etc, all I'm gonna say is keep that same energy when you go to these other people's videos of them sucking this manga's dick, because if they can praise it, then I can criticize it. I'm the villain the anime community needs but don't deserve, and I have the evidence to back this up. More people watch my videos who aren't subbed to my channel than people who are actually subbed to my channel. So you motherfuckers agree with most of the stuff that I be saying, whether you want to admit it or not. But with all that bullshit out the way, let's get into these fucking spoilers. Now, there's really nothing to talk about in this chapter except the whole Aoyama traitor thing. Turns out that the invisible girl wasn't the traitor all along. Even Horikoshi must have thought that making her the traitor would have been too obvious, hence why he trolled the fuck out of the readers by putting her in the last panel in the previous chapter. But just because it turned out that the invisible girl wasn't the traitor, does it take away the fact that it still was a bad reveal? Because even with Aoyama being the traitor, nothing really changes in what I said in my previous video. Aoyama is still a useless, irrelevant character who hasn't been relevant in the story up until this point. And I'm not going to shit on Horikoshi for the reveal itself, but more so the build up for the reveal, because there hasn't been enough moments with Aoyama's character to make this reveal feel impactful. Because let's be honest, unless you're Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, Ida, or Uraraka, you're not really getting that much screen time to impact the story. And hell, I might even be reaching by saying Ida and Uraraka. My Hero Academia is pretty much the Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, and Shigaraki show. Any characters who aren't closely affiliated with them are kicked to the side. And even the characters that are closely affiliated with them aren't really well developed except Endeavor, All Might, and Twice. So it's hard for me to feel the impact of this reveal because it wasn't anything this character did to make me really care about him. Horikoshi did better just making the Aoyama traitor thing a plotline itself, or hell, not even introduce the traitor thing at all, because it doesn't really do anything for the story but add some temporary shock value. And considering that Horikoshi already told us that Aoyama was the traitor long ago, I feel even less impacted by this, especially knowing that at some point Deku in Class 1A is going to do their cringy high school musical thing where they forgive Aoyama and tell him that he can repent for his sins by getting stronger with them so they can defeat All For One and Shigaraki together. All in all, the reveal was still shit. This is something Horikoshi probably threw in 3 months ago just to get the damn storyline out the way, because I sincerely believe that he forgot all about this shit. And the fact that people out there actually actually think this is good is hilarious. Just shows just how shallow the anime community really is. They're probably the same motherfuckers that hyped up Chainsaw Man with that average ass shit. And also, Aoyama's backstory on why he became the traitor made sense. It's just that I don't give a fuck because Horikoshi hasn't done anything with this character to make me want to give a fuck. Like, at this point, the only way you can probably fuck up the whole community with this reveal is if you was to make Uraraka the traitor. Because believe it or not, Uraraka's backstory fits well with this traitor shit. Uraraka originally wanted to become a hero so she can help her parents out with money, right? Well, what if you was to twist that shit around a little bit and make it to where Uraraka wanted to help her parents out with money, but she didn't have a quirk, so she got one from All For One in exchange for money and her services, and she has to go to UA high school and be the traitor, and guess what? She falls in love with Deku and she meets some friends, so now she's conflicted about carrying out her mission versus actually wanting to be a good hero with Deku and her classmates. But she doesn't want to bail on the traitor mission that All For One assigned her because of the fear that All For One might kill her parents. Like, do y'all see where I'm going with this? Also, do y'all see just how almost similar Aoyama and Uraraka's backstories are? Like, we hardly seen Uraraka's parents. We only seen them like twice in the anime, right? So it's like, this shit could be very passable. And also, Uraraka is probably one of the only characters in My Hero Academia that has an empty ass background like that who gets a shit ton of screen time. So we have a lot of moments with this character to a point where if it was to come out she was the traitor, it will fuck the whole My Hero Academia community up. But that's just my 2 cents on how you can make this whole traitor thing a lot more interesting opposed to this bullshit we're getting right now. The remainder of the spoilers is just cringe 1A training for their ultimate battle with Shigaraki. Other than that, there's really nothing else to cover in this chapter. Overall, it was a pretty ass chapter. It was the Aoyama chapter, and unfortunately, I don't give a fuck about Aoyama, and I can't wait to go around YouTube watching videos on this to actually see people fake like they really give a fuck about Aoyama. Once you come to the realization that Aoyama is the traitor and not the invisible girl, and you get your little dose of shock value, the rest of the chapter is literally a fucking dud. Once the official translations come out, you might be able to see cringe 1A doing some goofy shit, but other than that, this is pretty much the Aoyama chapter, and I don't really see us getting any more information that we already didn't get from the spoilers. But that's pretty much all I really had to say today. If you guys by any chance like the video, please like and subscribe. I very much appreciate it. It's your boy Trigger Senpai, and I'm out, man. Peace.